What's the date? 6
Wherever we sit, we got plenty of time.
or 8. I'm like, where'd you get 9-9? I wrote 9 on these charts. It's June 6th.
Yeah.
June 9th, 2008, like it says right there. And your mother's been writing 09.
Oh, Courtney threw me off. I did.
Here's your check, but you can't cash it for a year.
Do you have the brochure, flyer, schedule,
Program. You say anything but. You see the program.
And then I went to close myself today.
There's the program.
Good to the back, huh?
I was like, you know what? A lot of people
Red.
don't think about
There you go. Welcome. Whoops. Hello.
Talking to women now.
Freddie, are you asleep?
I met him.
I told him I'm gonna be.
He was asleep.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he's at the very top of
Of the second page, right?
the second page.
There it is, Randall James Hoodie. Woo! Oh, there's somebody standing there. Are we starting? Nah, he left. Oh, there. I finally got the CP. Look. Okay. Oh, with the roses. Oh, pretty. There's Randy's news. Turn around so I can see him. Yay!
Gail, Melissa, Nick. That's 3.
Hello. Where did that Who are you looking for? The lens was way over there. You're going, hello. I'm like, okay. He's so cute.
I wrote 09 on all those tracks.
Hey,
Then I'm going to sit
I have to get
Somebody will
comfortable.
bully him.
His mom's going to be up for long. It wasn't on.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Thank you so much, sir.
Tonight is a special night. It's as formal as fair as we have the ability to put on at Crown Point High School. I would ask all of you to conduct yourself accordingly. I would ask that all of you please refrain from noisemakers and yelling.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the Crown Point High School class of 2008.
I think over here.
start off by thanking one lady who is responsible for probably 90% of what goes on today. She's about as quality of a professional as you're going to find anywhere, and someone who works extremely hard and is definitely my right hand. If I can thank Mrs. Kim Templin, wherever she may be, give me a round of applause. It is also my pleasure to introduce our superintendent and school board, and please hold your applause to the end. Our superintendent, Dr. Teresa Einman, Mr. Scott Angel, President, Mr. Thomas Hoffman, Vice President, Mr. Daniel Root, Secretary, Mrs. Karen Schrum, Member, and Mrs. Patty Walter, Member. Give them a round of applause. I'd also like to thank my administrative team, which is as fine as administrative team as you'll find anywhere in the state of Indiana. It is Mr. Dave Templin, Mr. Mark Gianfermi, Mrs. Deborah Cuffia, and Mr. Chip Pettit, Dean of Students. And seniors, if you would please stand to be recognized as I read your name, but once again, hold your applause until I finish the grouping. President of our senior class, Ms. Karen Nicole Engelhart, Vice President, Sarah Mae Tokley, Secretary, Joanne Francine Zukowski, and Treasurer, Colleen Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor? Somebody would name their daughter Elizabeth Taylor.
And our student council officers, President Amber Marie Hart, please stand. Vice President Abdullah Hanim Malik, Secretary Marissa Jordan Williams, Treasurer Nicole Elizabeth Brown. And students, I would ask you, because I want to get a little bit of this out of your system, if you would stand up and please find your parents and your relatives and give them a salute for all the hard work they've put in for you over the years. That'd be appreciated. Thank you, seniors. I don't leave them. At this time, I'd also like to give a special thank you to our senior choir members, Mrs. Joanne Haley Boarding, along with our orchestra members, Mr. Jim Neal, part of our flagship music program and among the finest in the state of Indiana as well. Give them a round of applause. I appreciate it.
Put it out.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I would like to introduce to you the class of 2008. I'm not really sure that you've met before properly. Tonight, in front of me, sits some of the smartest, most athletic, hardest working, most theatrically talented individuals in these United States. Really. They're amazing across the board. But most importantly, they are all graduating with honors tonight. You all got a little excited, and I know why. You're thinking, wow, I knew Crown Point was a good school, but to graduate all 500 some with honors, we must be the top school in the nation. Sorry. Talk about a step up. Who knew an extra degree could do that much? But no, not every one of them took an AP class while attending good old CPHS, and not all of them made the honor roll every semester. So how can they all graduate with honors? To start, I think we need a fresh definition of the word honor. Honor is defined as a source of distinction or credit, or high respect or merit, or honesty, fairness, and integrity. All very good and can obviously be applied to someone who has achieved great things academically. But I'm not up here tonight to speak about academics. Clearly, we have all battled and overcome many academic obstacles and been successful in our academic careers because we're up here tonight to receive the diplomas that prove it. I am up here to talk about the kind of honor that will take us further than any math class, any English class, and any other class ever possibly could. I am talking about honor of the heart. This honor is so valued and revered, not because it is uncommon, but because not everybody can achieve it. I have found that most everyone is born with it, but there are two kinds of people in this world. The kind that ignore honor, living only for themselves, and those that strive to live honorably and embrace the challenge that living with honor comes with. This senior class falls into the latter category. Often, honor goes unrecognized by others, and the reward is nothing but the feeling a person can get. The warm, content, accomplished feelings. You might even call it a warm, fuzzy feeling that only honor can bring. I'm not sure how familiar some of you are with the activities that this senior class has participated in, but I think that you should know. I think it is time that the class of 2008 got recognized for its high honor. This senior class helped raise over $23,000 for childhood cancer research, and many seniors shaved their heads in support of those battling the disease. This senior class put on a 12-hour dance marathon and participated to raise money to grant a child's wit to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This senior class helped raise over $7,000 for a fellow senior who suffered a debilitating accident last summer. This senior class put on a battle of the bands to raise money for classmate Andrew Bagnera, who was diagnosed with leukemia this past fall. They also headed a bone marrow drive to help raise donors. This senior class bought and wore t-shirts that read CPHS stands by its students to show their support of the classmates that were battling obstacles that most of us can't even fathom. This senior class not only participated in the aforementioned activities, but they thought of them, planned them, and saw them through until the end, successfully. That is the spirit that is alive within the walls of Crown Point High School. This senior class tutored other students who were struggling in classes and helped their friends that had fallen behind. I have seen, on innumerable occasions, kids getting to school at 6:50 or 7 o'clock, sacrificing an extra half hour of sleep to help a friend who had missed math class the day before and needed the notes explained. I have seen this senior class pick each other up when things weren't going quite perfectly, and give a friendly hello and a smile to a stranger, if only to give the stranger a little extra sunshine in their day. Just last week, I saw this senior class help one of the cafeteria ladies pick up hundreds of scattered spoons, knives, and forks, even with the imminent threat of being charted to class looming over them. This honor is so special because it goes beyond intellect. In a school system that is always being rewarded for high ISTEP and SAT scores, great athletic teams, and a fantastic fine arts program, honor can be overlooked. The thing about honor is that you can't touch it, you can't see it, you can't mimic it or fake it, you can't buy it in a store, and you can't have it one day or lose it the next. It is a way of life achieved through good deeds, selfless gestures, and sometimes unrecognized acts of kindness. Honor doesn't boast and it doesn't lie. It is true and pure of heart. I have seen this senior class open their warm hearts and their giving souls, never asking anything in return. I have seen this senior class act honorably for 4 years, which is why tonight they should all know that they are graduating with honors. This honor is what sets apart the class of 2008 from all the other classes before us and all the many, many graduating classes to come. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this class of 2008. Remember us as the class that graduated with honors.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Senior Class President, Ms. Kara Nicole Engelhardt, and her presentation of the senior class gift, along with her student address.
Thank you. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to present the gift of a new display showcase. It will house antique documents recovered by the school librarians from the first Crown Point High School on Court Street. Thank you. I'm not sure if you realize this, but we're graduating today. How cool is that? I mean, I know you know we're done with high school, but have you really thought about it? Have you thought about what it means to have a high school diploma? To be free to make your own decisions, to have reached the end of your legally bound high school education. But more importantly, what's next? Are you going directly into the workforce, or are you going on to college? And if you are, where are you going? So college is in your future, huh? Well, what are you going to study? And are you ready to live on your own? I mean, how are you going to support yourself? Do you want to get married? If you do get married, do you plan on working after you're married? Do you want to have kids? Oh, and if you do decide to work, are you going to choose to do something that interests you or something in which you can easily market yourself? And are you going to be successful? I don't know about you, but these questions have been circling round and round in my mind this year. And every time I'm fortunate enough to push the nagging thoughts out of my mind, a kind and compassionate adult will flesh them out all over again. I know, these people have the best intentions in mind. They truly care about how we're going to spend our futures. But sometimes, all the caring inquiries can really drive me nuts. I'm not sure how I'm going to be spending the rest of my life, and I know and hope that I'm not the only one. And even if you are 100% sure you're going to be the pharmacist or teacher you've always dreamed of becoming, I bet you too are considering one or two of these all-consuming questions. Not to mention, how are we all going to find our own individual paths to success? Hold up, take a breath, hit the pause button. If you haven't already heard, you're capable of anything. They've been telling us this since we were able to speak. But lately, it seems as though we've pushed aside this vital and key piece of advice to make room for a more paranoid stress about the unpredictable future. What happened to the wholesome and cliche motivational stories of our childhood? The little engine that could, the ugly duckling, the brave little toaster? They were so simple, but they all drove home a point. Never give up. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. You are an individual. Embrace it already. And remember the past. After all, it's what molded you into what you are today. Why have we left these stories behind? Have we decided that their messages are just too simplistic for our well-rounded and adult minds? I think, maybe, that the problem is less of us thinking we're too sophisticated for the teachings of 5-year-olds. Maybe it's more that we're constantly pushing for more and more without really appreciating what we already know and possess. We mustn't forget the fundamentals because they are indeed the foundation for all future growth. Still, we grow older and older and lose touch with our simpler selves. And as we lose touch, we risk forgetting what we truly enjoy and believe. Now please, please don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say. A kindergarten education isn't enough. We most definitely need to stretch our minds further than we ever thought possible. Crown Point High School has provided us with just that experience. Teachers here have challenged us to delve deeper and deeper into every subject matter to try and grasp the meanings and the messages and theories. It's just that as we stretch our minds, we oftentimes simultaneously stretch ourselves too thin. We worry about every little thing that's beyond our control. We never allow ourselves a break from the constant strain of trying to predict the future. We forget that we really are capable of accomplishing our dreams. The possibilities truly are endless. Tonight, the class of 2008 is officially graduating, leaving behind Crown Point High School and moving on to bigger and better things. In this room, sitting amongst us could be a future professional athlete, a world-renowned musician, a congressman or woman, or even a research analyst who might discover the cure for cancer, maybe even a famous novelist. All of the potential is here. It's brewing inside of us, just waiting for us to act upon it. Don't wait too long, or let the opportunities pass you by. And never forget that you are the driving force in your future. Take the reins, and oh, the places you'll go if you just build a strong foundation and work your way to the top. Dr. Seuss really nailed it on the head when he wrote, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you'll top all the rest." And I'm sorry to say so, but sadly, it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. On and on we will hike, and I know we'll hike far, and face up to our problems, whatever they are. We'll get mixed up, of course, as we already know. We'll get mixed up with many strange birds as we go. But let's be sure when we step, to step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Let's never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up our right foot with our left. Will you succeed? Yes. You will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian, Mr. Jonathan Roberts Glass.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be here tonight, to be able to address my class, to face a full house at the Star Plaza, to be on the same stage where ZZ Top has performed. I must admit that I sought some help in writing this speech, so I went to the place where as students we always go to help, Wikipedia. Wow. There are some really interesting, fascinating things on Wikipedia. I spent hours and hours looking at them. And then I realized I had a speech I had to write. So I'm back here. We're at a point in our lives where there's much to reflect upon, as well as much to anticipate towards the future. And I'd like to do a little bit of both of that tonight and acknowledge some of the people who have helped us reach the point where we are today. Thank you to the parents. They're the people who are always there for us. They're the ones who make sure we have food in our bellies each day. When it is cold, they provide us with something warm and toasty. And when it is hot, they provide us with something cool and refreshing. Actually, I believe that same description would fit this delicious sandwich from Subway. So let this tasty $5 football represent that warm yet refreshing care that our parents can give us. Thank you to the teachers. For the past 12 years, the teachers were the ones who instilled their knowledge upon us. They have provided us with more than just information about topics. They've given us guidance, direction, and wisdom. Our teachers have been the Mr. Miyagi in our lives. They've taught us to wax on and wax off, and then the discovery process known as our education. So Mr. Miyagi here stands as a tribute to all of the teachers. Thank you to the friends. Our friends are there to help us get through any challenge that we face in our lives. So thank you, Jen, Abdullah, Yasser, Joey, Mish, David, Lauren, Devin, Logan, Sean, and everyone else who wanted a shout out in this speech. A good friend is a constant in your life. Someone who is reliable, dependable, and that you always will know will be there when you need them. Just like when you get in your car, you can be absolutely sure that Hey There Delilah by the Plain White Tees will be playing. So let this plain white t-shirt be that surefire friendship. But most importantly, thank yourselves. You've put in a great amount of effort, time, and hard work to reach this point where you are. We're here tonight to celebrate every victory you have achieved, no matter how small. High school can be a struggle, but your very presence here tonight shows that you have overcome that struggle. And though you may lean on your parents, your teachers, and your friends, ultimately, you are the reason you're here today. This day also marks the beginning of a brand new chapter in our lives. But we have accomplished so much this far that we should embrace every new challenge that life may throw at us. Of course, whatever struggle may come our way, we can be assured that a tasty sandwich, Mr. Miyagi, and a catchy song will be there to back us up.
And what is most likely a first for Crown Point, and if it's not a first, in fact, we've had two brothers be co-salutatorians. I think the fact that they're going to share the podium most likely will be a first. It is my pleasure to introduce our co-salutatorians, Abdullah Hanif Malik and Yasser Raymond Malik.
You know, for 4 years I've had the privilege of speaking after Jonathan. Let me tell you something. It never gets easier. But if you give us a chance, you might actually remember what we have to say today. Also, everybody, I know you'll be a little disappointed, but in this, the lucky 13th version of this speech, we simply cannot give any shout-outs due to time restraints.
And that includes you, Nida, our dear little sister.
To begin, congratulations and thank you to class of 2008.
Our personal favorite.
On all your accomplishments and for making our high school experience as memorable as it has been. All of you, whether we knew you personally or not,
Or whether you could even tell the difference between the two of us or not.
made the last 4 years memorable and rewarding. It is our great privilege to speak to you today as your co-salutatorians, representing such a diverse body of students.
Well, maybe not racially, but in other regards.
Both of us were fortunate to have close friends and family who supported us even when life became strenuous. Also, we encountered some truly remarkable teachers, underpaid and underappreciated, whose impact will guide us for the rest of our lives. Most important of all was the support of two loving parents, the first friends and teachers that stuck with us through our entire lives, and without whom we wouldn't even be speaking up here today. It seems unreal that after 4 years, we are finally done with high school, ready to take our first steps into the real world and into our adult lives. This journey has been, to say the least, long and hard.
That's what Mr. She said.
And one that will continue on. Continue on. And one that will continue on for the rest of our lives.
It seems like just yesterday, when we first walked through the entrance to Deer Crown Point High, timid little freshmen frightened of everything and everyone. Navigating the labyrinth hallways, massive crowds and intense workloads exerted much effort, but we survived with the help of our friends, parents, and teachers. From 10th to 11th grade, we evolved, we matured. No longer were we the pushed around underclassmen, but we became the venerated upperclassmen. We became the ones who guided the freshmen and sophomores.
All we chose to teach them about the value of seniority.
Somehow between athletics, extracurriculars, and work,
And for us, our 12 AP classes.
we managed to survive through to our magical senior year. Now look at us celebrating this past week. No more getting up at 6 a.m.
Or 7:20 for this guy.
No more UBDs or late nights.
Well, late nights devoted to school, of course.
Truly, high school has evolved us in more ways than we can summarize in 16 minutes. We have triumphed and failed, but in the end, we have grown to new heights. All of us have faced challenges that have made us stronger.
Everything from constant tardiness, or extreme sleepiness, or even senioritis, which parents, by the way, is no myth.
And all of us have experienced the thrill of success. The truth is, our success in academics is no different than the success you experience in your own high school endeavors, whether they be in a championship in athletics,
Like winning the sectional in boys tennis,
or in extracurriculars.
like competing for a state title in Quiz Bowl. Although we can focus on our memories in high school, we cannot forget that high school is the foundation to our future success. One chapter of our lives is now finished, so treasure those memories, both the highs and the lows, because they will mold us into the people we are meant to become. From the thrills of getting that elusive A on that paper, to the miles we biked in the scorching heat of Mr. May's summer gym, every activity had some aspect in our development. Although high school is finished, its value will last a lifetime. While we may never need to know how to find the second derivative of a polar equation, or translate and decline a Latin word like ambulator, we can always learn from the values we saw embodied in our teachers. Service, character, integrity, responsibility. All these attributes were instilled and nurtured from the lessons we learned in high school. As we grow older, they will become invaluable to our future success.
As to what the future holds, no one, least of all us, really knows. Who are we as co-salutatorians to impart some inspirational advice onto you when, in reality, we know as much about the rule as you guys do?
In fact, for us it was difficult just to find the rehearsal this morning.
But one message that we can emphasize is to stay true to yourself. We realized that even though we had excellent parents and teachers to motivate us, The key to our success throughout our 4 years in high school was that we understood our responsibilities and set goals for ourselves, which we relentlessly pursued with hard work until they were accomplished. All of us need to continue the same dedication towards our goals and whatever future awaits us. Examples of this principle are all around us. Mr. Kowalski or Mr. and Mrs. May, for instance, would not have been able to give decades of dedication to their students if they had not stayed true to themselves. They have earned the right to enjoy retirement.
Well, only the Mays will know when they actually give it up.
Because they loved what they did and did it as best as they could.
So let's continue to face our responsibilities sincerely, because as much as we wish to deny them, we all have responsibilities towards ourselves and to those who care for us. In reality, some of us will become millionaires, others will dedicate their lives to serving humanity, and some may join their family business. However, no matter what path you choose for yourself, always remember to devote yourself wholeheartedly to it. Make the most of your life, because you only get one chance to make it a triumph or a tragedy.
In the words of Apple CEO Steve Jobs, the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Admittedly, I may not have my own life planned out right now.
And believe me, he definitely does not.
Like someone I know next to me. But I do know, as should you all, that whatever the future holds, I will strive to attain personal satisfaction. And the only way that I can do that is to stay true to myself by loving what I end up doing and doing it to the best of my abilities. Never lose faith in yourself, no matter how tough the challenges you face will be. While you're on your journey, dare to try new things. Take the cliche road less traveled by.
Through all this, we should never take our family and our friends for granted. Keep hold of your family. Cherish them, because when you need a shoulder to lean on in the future, there is no one more reliable. Friends, they help us deal with all that life throws at us, while providing everlasting memories, whether they're parking lot parties, or entourage nights, or even Pictionary competitions.
So the day has finally come, the day we bust down those doors one last time and enter the real world. Our lives are just beginning. The door is finally open for us to become genuine, individual, free-thinking adults. Opportunities are beckoning to us from the other side, so let's leap through that door and transform ripe opportunities into worthwhile successes. We must try our best every single time, because if you don't take advantage of every single opportunity that comes our way, trust us, you just might find yourself in second place.
And no one wants to be in the same position as Hillary. Agonizingly close. Agonizingly close, and unsure if another opportunity will ever arise.
The day will come when we can finally shout out to the world that we have conquered its obstacles, that we have succeeded in living our lives by staying true to ourselves, and that we have achieved our life's ambition.
Do you realize it's been 17,280 hours of being together as a class, of seeing each other every day and of enjoying each other's companies as we walk down the hallways. But just because this summer will mark an important rite of passage for us all, does not mean that we leave behind who we are and all the friendships we've made. Remember, value every single aspect of your high school experience and use it as a stepping stone to your future success, no matter what the next step for you is, be it work, college, or service to our country. All of us have potential for the success. This diploma is testament to that fact. In the end, class of 2008, we ask for one thing. Don't settle for just great, but strive. Never stop striving to be legendary. And that will only be possible by staying true to yourself. Now then, you may be wondering why we chose to speak together as twins at this commencement. For the last 18 years, we've tried to establish unique identities and personalities. You see, we enter this world together.
Albeit with the difference of 45 seconds or so.
We entered high school together, and even though we won't be attending college together, we chose to speak together because we wanted to leave high school together as well.
Although twin salutatorians may be a first for Crown Point, for us, it's the only fitting ending of high school.
So everybody, make it a great life to be a Bulldog.
Be safe, everybody.
Share everything. Play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them. Clean up your own messes, don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play every single day. Take a nap in the afternoon. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup? The roots go down, the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why. But we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even a little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. And so do we, at least our physical being. And then remember your childhood storybooks, The Tortoise and the Hare, Sleeping Beauty, Pinocchio, who was advised, prove yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. And someday you'll be real, boys and girls. Author Robert Fulghum aptly penned these timeless words of wisdom in his book titled, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Indeed, seniors, everything you have learned the past 13 years in this environment, you've learned through this poem. You've learned about the environment, health, world peace, humanity, love of your family, and living a life of purpose. Thank you, Mr. Pitcock, for you have expertly guided the metamorphosis of these boys and girls as freshmen to honorable and distinguished seniors who are intelligent, sophisticated, dedicated, and responsible young men and women. The Crown Point High School class of 2008 has indeed matured and lived up to your highest of expectations that are far beyond any typical high school. As a matter of fact, the Crown Point High School graduates are anything but typical, plain, or ordinary graduates. These young men and women before me are directly responsible for one of the highest honors bestowed to the Crown Point Community School Corporation by the national organization School Research and Data Consulting Services, naming the Crown Point Community School Corporation as one of the top 15% of all United States school corporations. As our high-achieving and broadly accomplished seniors walk across this stage, I know they do so with strong beginnings and readiness to compete in any rigorous collegiate environment. And they are well on their way to exhibiting the characteristics of a university graduate: compassionate, socially just, mature, responsible, and intellectually competent. Helen Keller's teacher, Annie Solomon, said it best, "My heart is singing with joy this morning. A miracle has happened. The light of understanding has shone upon my little pupil's mind, and behold, all things are changed." Like Helen Keller's teacher, our master teachers are the very best of the best, exceeding federal standards of competence, and all are designated highly qualified by the President of the United States. The Crown Point Community School Corporation receives an enormous amount, some 800 teaching applications in every few years, for only 25 teaching positions per year. The competition is fierce for the honor of becoming a Crown Point teacher. Today, our seniors want to salute all of our noble teachers. Please stand if you are or have been a teacher or an administrator for the Crown Point Community School Corporation. Please stand.
To honor our teachers, please stand and repeat after me. As great teachers, you have seen my dreams as your own. You have guided me with great wisdom. I am now prepared and full of promise to make this world a better place for the next generation of children. Thank you, my teachers. Classmates, please give thunderous applause for our wonderful teachers. You may be seated. Thank you, seniors, for caring and showing it. When I prepare to write a graduation speech, my mind is consumed with thoughts for several weeks prior to the date of this ceremony. Mother's Day has stayed on my mind, and Father's Day is this weekend. My son, who recently graduated from Indiana University, signed a prestigious employment contract in the field of computer science, purchased his first home, introduced his parents to the love of his life, and hopefully a child soon, but that's for another graduating class. Today, I'm absolutely certain these loving sons and daughters sitting before me also want to salute their parents. Mom and dads, grandmothers and grandfathers, please stand. All mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers. My son, like your sons and daughters, said it all in a card on Mother's Day.
Mom and Dad.
You left it.
As I look back on my life, I realize now that you gave me all the direction and encouragement I needed. And whenever things get a little bumpy, I can always count on you to help me out. All the things you've done for me, long talks at the kitchen table, the hugs, and yes, even the chores you gave me have made a difference in my life. For that, I love you, Mom and Dad. And wherever life may lead, my heart will always be with you. Seniors of class of 2008, please stand. Look at your parents and send them a kiss.
Do you see him?
Come on, do it. And give them one grand standing ovation.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, parents, sons and daughters, and grandparents. Now, I bet our graduating seniors were not looking forward to the superintendent's speech. As a matter of fact, at this point in my speech, they might even be thinking, if the superintendent is so smart, why doesn't she know when to stop talking? Just like you, graduates, I'm not a typical, plain, or ordinary superintendent. I have a message. I realize you probably will not remember a superintendent's speech exhorting philosophical verbiage about climbing every mountain and pursuing your passions. Whereas philosophical messages are important, today is your day. It is not mine. This is all about you. You probably will remember celebrating with your friends, safe party time, your mom's safe party time, safe party time, your mom's gushing tears, and possibly that one single tear in your dad's eyes. And you'll remember your special teachers who inculcated in you so much more than book knowledge. Therefore, since I'm smart enough to know you will not remember my words when asked what your superintendent said to you at graduation, I do have confidence you will remember this. Tide. The superintendent had a box of laundry detergent. Tide. Can you believe that? I am speaking to you not only as your superintendent of schools, but also as a teacher and mostly as a parent. I do suggest you climb every mountain ahead, but only after taking lessons and wearing the right clean clothes for the weather. In other words, be prepared to pursue lifelong learning. Education never stops. Speaking of clean clothes, do your own laundry in college. My will be surprised at how responsible, independent, and clean you will feel. This world has an ugly and dirty side. Do your part to bleach these stains as well. Yes, it is your responsibility. Your laundry basket includes the filthy clothes in the world. Now, our honored guests, if you are a United States of America Armed Forces veteran or active duty in the Navy, Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, U.S. Coast Guard, please stand. All of our veterans and active service men and women, please stand. Leaving high school for the services. Would you please stand? Our seniors leaving to enter the services. Please give them a round of applause. Seniors, I suggest you vigilantly protect the American democracy and its institutions. Say and mean the Pledge of Allegiance. Take care of these veterans and our seniors when they return home. And take off your hat when you hear the national anthem and the flag are presented. Believe and participate in the institutions of America designed to protect our democracy, such as government, public schools, philanthropy, freedom of religion, and public services. Don't sit on the bench. Don't shut your eyes. Don't be a contrarian or a naysayer. Get in that fight for human rights and be a protector for our freedoms. Champion social justice and personal responsibility. Please, let us all give these heroes a grand standing ovation. One more time, please. Don't forget my message. Do your own laundry. Also, seniors, call your parents. Go home for a good meal and hug every once in a while, but don't bring that laundry. Best of all, one day, as an educated career professional and after you've traveled the world, come back home right here in Crown Point, Cedar Lake, and Winfield to raise your family and send your children to the greatest schools, the Crown Point Community School Corporation. This would be wonderful to us. Our stores do have fine washers and dryers for you to purchase. In the meantime, daydream about possibilities. Travel to experience the beauty of cultural diversity, and party to have fun and be with your friends, not to make poor choices with life-altering consequences. As parents, we can no longer control your whereabouts. Dads and moms have given you all the values to make the right choices all by yourselves. They have taught you how to do your own laundry. Spend time each day studying beauty all around you. Read Edgar Allan Poe, paint a Picasso, sing along with songs in the musical like our very own outstanding production of Thoroughly Modern Millie. You might just become a savant in several disciplines. At the very least, you'll become a better person. A good person with nice, clean clothes. Keep up your love of sports. Sports are all about life skills, teamwork, sophisticated technical skills, personal best performance, defeat with grace and dignity, even though the best team lost today, and hence self-improvement. Crown Point High School is a winner because students are high performers in many areas, and all of you have high moral character at all times. Ignore the critics. They only want you to be a loser like them. If you find yourself in a fight, never strike first, but when you hit back, hit hard. Figuratively, not literally. Do not worry about making enemies. The right enemy is a sign you're growing up. You know right from wrong, good from bad, and now you're choosing the right and the good. Your family, your friends, your teachers, and your forefathers of this great country are cheering you on. We are in your balcony applauding your performance during your life's journey. We have faith in you and know you will indeed wash all the clothing in that laundry basket. You will clean up international terrorism, environmental damage, world hunger, national crime and violence, illegal drugs, alcohol abuse, nicotine illnesses, discrimination, bias, prejudice, inequity in healthcare, and any other piece of dirty laundry you find in your laundry basket. Clean it up. Finally, I suggest you get up early, 5 o'clock in the morning, not in the evening, a.m., not p.m. Watch the majestic sun struggle to rise. You'll be grateful to finally understand what your parents were telling you from the tricycle age to the BMW age. In their eyes and mine, you are rising, much like the sun, enlarging as you move farther away from us and becoming more luminous as a young adult. And now, you will light the world. Indeed, as I often tell my little girl Abigail, class of 2015, you will save the world with your brightness. It is your responsibility to do just that. It has been my honor to speak with you, and I care less if you remember my name as long as you remember the message, which is, do your own laundry. I merely carry this message for hundreds of stargazers in this auditorium, your parents, grandparents, friends, family, and teachers. To all of us, you are stars, and we love you. May your faith guide you, protect you, and give you inner peace as you have strength to travel the many galaxies. May your journey through life be long, and much like the thrill of a roller coaster ride, be downhill all the way. Thank you, and my sincerest congratulations. Now, for the most significant part of this evening, your evening. Members of the Board of School Trustees, Mr. Pitcock, faculty, parents, honored guests, and the seniors of the 2008 graduating class. This evening, it is my distinct honor and pleasure, by the powers entrusted to me as your school superintendent, to accept the class of 2008, indeed with high distinction and honors. You have met and exceeded the state of Indiana regulations for graduation, Crown Point Community School Corporation's even higher standards of academic excellence, and most importantly, you have achieved your own academic, extracurricular, and personal goals. I, Dr. Teresa A. Eyman, do declare the young men and women of the class of 2008 graduates. Without further delay, let the presentation of the diplomas begin.
Started having some struggles with leukemia. Proud to say that he's just about to day 100 post-transplant. That's obviously a tremendous milestone, and this student is a very important part of the class of 2008. Our first graduate this evening, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Andrew Thomas Bagnero. As we begin, there will be plenty of time for hooting and hollering and whooping it up at the end. I'll give you ample time to do it. But I would ask, as we do this ceremony, if we would save our applause, so that there will be times when we will have 3 or 4 kids on the stage at a time, and everybody deserves to have their name heard, and all the parents deserve to have their child's name heard as well. We have people that travel from all over the country to be here, and I would ask that you please respect that as we send them across the stage. With that being said, valedictorian Jonathan Robert Glass. Hold the applause. Salutatorian Abdullah Hanif Malik. Salutatorian Yasser Raymond Malik. Class President Kara Nicole Engelhart. First row, would you please rise? Please make your way to the back.
Thank you.
It's going to be a tough one tonight, isn't it? Stephen Jacob Fedro. Stephanie Marie Feliciano. Anthony Michael Fennell. Natalia Fatia. Maria Georges Ficker. Ashley Nicole Fisher. Stephanie Brooke Flaris.
What do you do?
Eric Froland Flores. John Thomas Fuller. Derek Scott Fornoff.
Check my leg so I'll zoom in, okay? Check my leg, I'll zoom
Brianna
in.
Rochelle Frazier. James Gilbert Frazier II. Samantha Nicole Freelove. Benjamin Neil Friedman. Matthew David Fronick.
There you go.
Robert Alexander Fusella. Vincent Ralph Furman. Louis Manuel Gallo. Kate Lane Gardner. Derek Matthew Garletts. Lindsay Lynn Grenens. Hale Halon. Daniel Harris Hamilton. Kyle David Hanaway. Haley Ann Harden. Amanda Renee Harrison. Amber Marie Hart. Michael Thomas Haverstock. Jacqueline Nicole Hawks. Mary Elizabeth Haynes. Alex John Heaton. Craig Vincent Hebda. Jerry Charles Hendrickson. Gretchen Nicole Hensley. Mary Elizabeth Hepler. Michael Peter Hernandez. Arthur Harold Quaser. Zachary David Hill. Jessica Lynn Hilliard. Nicholas Raymond Haletic. Lauren Michelle Hollings. Devin Renee Holm. Gordon Clifford Hooten. Taylor Aaron Hoskins. Shenzhen Robert Howie. Randall James Hootie. Jason Robert Hewlin. Dustin Tyler Hunt. Megan Elizabeth Hupke. Stephen Michael Isles. Nathan Michael Ingram. Christopher Joseph Iraq. Angelique Patricia Arizari. Jennifer Elizabeth Jacobs. Kevin Thomas Jacobs.
Justin Joseph McMullen.
The balloon.
Samantha Ann McEwen. Jessica Nicole Melvin. Randy Marie Vicinio. Paul William Metz. Elizabeth Eve Mearswell.
He's cute.
Thomas Alexander Miller. Kate Marie Logan.
Oh, okay.
Nicholas David Muhammad. Ashley Lynn Montashevich. Albert Morale. Rebecca Ann Morgan.
Yep.
Katie Elaine Morrow.
That's fine.
Ryan Adam Mucha.
When you ask me, oh, that's him? Yeah.
Alex John Mudge. Jacob Daniel Mudge. Megan Ray Mulcahy. Megan Claire Murphy. Amr Musla. Bashar Musla.
Okay. Is that all the
Michael
people we
James
want?
Myers.
No. Oh, Robin.
We got over here.
William Clayton Myers.
We'll be back.
See it on here. Oh, here we go. Sorry.
Amy Carolyn Bruce.
You're after David Robert Robbins.
I want Mitchell.
Jared Ross Reinout.
Mitchell Dick. What?
Jeriana Rye. Amanda Marie Riggs.
Rib? Making the prigs? Oh.
Anthony Lee Reisner. Matthew David Reister. David Robert Robbins.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Mitchell David Robinson. Jeffrey Mark Rocaforte. Kristen Lauren Rodriguez. Megan Renee Rothler.
Hollywood!
Megan Patrice Rogers. Samantha Lynn Roth. Jeremy Michael Rotroff. Emily Elizabeth Rowland. Matthew David Rule. Scott Thomas Rutherford. Ryan Joseph Rutkin. Bryn Nicole Sabo. Christopher Lawrence Samano.
Is that all? Okay. That's all. We'll see you when we're done.
Dora Elise Sams Viglione.
See you later. When we're done.
Colin Eric
When they're
Sandbach.
Look at him.
Brandy Nicole Sanders.
See the camera after they finish calling names.
Kylie Nicole Sauter.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want any more people's names, all right?
Eric Ryan Shasma. Kevin Matthew Schwartz. Brianna Renee Schweitzer. Jessica Lynn Slakaitis.
Oh, I couldn't get them. Like just like Dorothy's slippers. I couldn't.
Lauren K. Slater. Stephen Wayne Slykamish.
Okay.
Ashley Lene Smith.
Were you trying to get them? I was after.
Brandon Lake Jordan Zakatansky.
Turning of the tassels. Oh, that's later?
Jacqueline Jean Zerbriggen.
Looking back on how they sleep,
Oh.
then the closing, and then the turning of the tassels.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a long way to go yet. Yeah.
How about if we make this official? How about the class of 2008, everybody? Let's move it on. Let's get it. All right, we still have a little bit more to go. And be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce your student council president, Miss Amber Marie Hart, in her speech entitled "Looking Back."
Hello, you guys. Before I start with my speech, I just want to recognize our hardworking teachers, our parents, and Mr. Pickup, who has been a great principal, and for the awesome class of 2008. Can you please give them a round of applause? It seems like just yesterday that I was up all night worrying about high school and what my next 4 years were going to entail. I was interested in seeing who were going to be my new friends, how hard school was going to be, and how I was going to find my way through the norm of school. Now I'm standing up here wondering the same thing about my challenges of my next 4 years. After the 4 years of high school, I look at the class of 2008 as a variety of grapes. I'm not saying we're all purple and tasteful, I'm saying it metaphorically. Our freshman year, we're all together on a challenging grapevine. We're all petite in a brand new place. And knowing we were going to grow together through the years. We're the smallest grapes of the bunches in the school. Our sophomore and junior year, we were growing, but not big enough to be picked. We're growing, but still fearful of the bigger grapes. Being in the middle of high school, we were constantly trying to balance school, relationships, friends, and giving 100% to everything and everyone. We were in a stage of our life of maturing from adult to a teenager. Sooner than we thought, our senior year came. We were the biggest grapes at our school, large and in charge. Everyone had the aspect of making their last year the best, enjoying it before it's gone. No one realized how fast this year would go by. By being a senior, there are a lot of responsibilities, such as getting ready for our next chapter in our life, keeping all our activities balanced, and making sure our senioritis was not too bad. This year, for me, was definitely the funnest, busiest, and craziest years of my high school career. I will never forget what I have learned from the past 4 years. Sadly, but exciting, this is where we break away from our grapevine. Our departure from the grapevine signifies our hard work and maturity to move on. As I pick this grape, I am departing from the grapevine. I know I will take all of my experiences with me that I have learned for the past 4 years, and I am confident in what the future holds for me. With that being said, this one's for the athletes. This one's for the thespians. This one's for the musicians. This one's for the journalists. This one's for the student council members. And this one is for the class of 2008 that are departing and starting their new journey in the next chapter of their life. Even though we have accomplished our goals as high school graduates, we still have to learn and achieve in life. So as we depart from the grapevine, we have to realize that we ourselves determine the outcome in our life. As grapes, we either shrivel up like raisins or tasteful like sparkling grape juice. Life gives you a lot of obstacles, some good, some bad. So upon reaching that fork in the road, I hope every one of you pours that glass of sparkling grape juice and ventures onto the right path. To become successful in achieving your goals, you have to give it your all and face hard challenges, just like sparkling grape juice does. In the process of being sweet and wonderful, they are smashed and everything is taken out of them. So set your goals high. When you are feeling like you're getting everything taken out of you, don't give up. The outcome is sweet and all it takes is patience. With that being said, here's a toast of sparkling grape juice to my fellow classmates, and my best friends. Thank you. I will miss you guys.
Good evening, everyone. We're just about to the end. But we're in the home run trot, so. Tonight's a significant event for all of us. Myself is culminating my 7th year. For you tonight to stand together one last time. You represent as successful a class we've ever had at Crown Point High School, not where you started 4 years ago, but where you are today. Some may say it's an opportunity to give insight into a political movement, an opportunity to give insight into social reform, but with 2 sons being 2 and 4, I've learned that short, concise statements make the most sense. And with sons of 2 and 4, what I realize is that it is all about opportunity and possibility, because in the beginning, that's all each of us are granted. By definition, commencement is not an ending, it's not the conclusion that it's regarded, rather, it is a beginning. So my advice is simple, 2 simple statements. Take action and commit yourself. The first, take action, get involved. Put your informed judgments to work. All of you desire to be successful, to be great, perhaps even as the Malik brothers said, to be legendary. To achieve greatness in order to correct errors of our past, each of you must dedicate yourselves to where you're inherently strong. You have the ability to be exceptional. The key is to do what you have a passion in, to do what you are good at. Focus on your priorities, the things you care about the most, the things you believe will have the greatest impact. The second and most difficult statement, commit yourself. This concept goes beyond your physical presence into emotional investment. It happens with little fanfare or glory, but oftentimes with great criticism and consequence. Do what is right and not necessarily popular. Put your name behind those following your ideals that need help and may be suffering, as without your support in times of struggle, what does your name really mean? To possess the inability to go alone, to sacrifice yourself and your name, you're most likely not leading, but simply part of a crowd longing for acceptance and protection. I'm not sure as a country that we've lacked the genius to create the answers to put us back at the forefront. My contention is that we've created so many safeguards to protect our name from damage that we've sacrificed the essence of leadership and decision-making, to which these statements may help us return to glory, and which I know have helped myself the past few years. While at Crown Point High School, you've been given both an experiential and theoretical education to equip you for the road ahead. And moreover, you've heard me say weekly, it's the last time for you, well, it's probably the last time for me too. Make it a great day to be a Bulldog. In education, our hope is that the lessons we teach will have more significance in real-life application. You'll find that the world is filled with detractors and naysayers longing for yesterday and status quo. Those wishing to defame or court such are more worried about themselves than any greater good. With that being said, I'd encourage all of you to always focus on the positive, going forth, taking action, and committing yourself, not allowing anyone to get in the way, making it a great day to be each and every one of you. On behalf of Crown Point High School, it has been our pleasure to serve you, and on a personal note to all of you, particularly the class in 2008, the last 7 years have been the best. I'm soft. Have been the best 7 years of my life, both personally and professionally. And I'm not much about saying goodbyes, but I will say the statement that I said to the faculty. There's a story when climbing Mount Everest used to be a tremendously big deal. And as the group was climbing up to one of the summits, when it got to the point that it was too difficult, a British journalist who was along for the ride, she left because she was going to succumb to the elements. When she got back to her desk to write the story, it simply started by saying, the last time I saw my friends, they were still climbing. So to all of you, I say thank you, and I look forward to our paths crossing again. Thank you, everybody. Seniors, you might as well stay standing. Everybody, student council members, if you come forward, everybody, I would ask you to stand, because we started this last year, and I hope it's something that does stay. But one of our former students, John Glass, created this rendition of the school song for our orchestra, and I think it's customary that we should probably in graduation, before we turn to tassels, as well. So, Mr. Jim Deal, if you would take it from here. Graduates, I'd like to remind you that your diplomas will be available starting tomorrow. Remember that here in just a couple minutes.
Right there.
Class of 2008, congratulations on successfully completing the curriculum of Crown Point High School and the requirements set forth by the state of Indiana and the Crown Point Community School Corporation. Would you now join me in the symbolic gesture of your tassel from your right to your left? I now pronounce you as graduates and current alumni of Crown Point High School. Go forward and make us proud.
That was random. Is he from out this way? I don't know. Maybe. Looks like it. Yeah, here he is. Here he is. Okay. Where? Right there. He's holding it, Mom. Hootie! Hootie! Woo! He's holding it, Mom. He's got it in his hand.
Graduated. No more in school. The baby graduated. Are they? She's gonna go check the music. We'll go for a few minutes. Fred? What? She said Dad's not gonna an ending. Let you guys pick, right? Okay, disgusting. Shut up, I get a real close up of your chin. Alright, fine.
We're out. The man that was in a wheelchair, they took it out.
Mom, and I'm gonna go up there.
Thank you.
Find a corner. Mike? This is a madhouse.
Are we following him or what?
Trying to get it on. Follow Randy. Oh.
Okay. You're gonna lose him.
Where's he going?
Outside.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where's your hat? Did you throw it?
Who are you so worried about? I can't I know. He's probably busy.
Get a dog, bring it in.
If you have a dog, bring it in. Take paparazzi.
Charging armor a little bit.
Paparazzi.
All right, I'm done for a minute.
Get over there by your wrong desk.
Great.
That was a long time ago, but I haven't seen that since. This way, guys.